saa 9:30 hapa KBC Channel 1 kwa uwando kamili.
The World Athletics Championships in Oregon is already underway. Don't miss a single glorious moment, live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1.
It is indeed the 24th day of July 2022. Good afternoon. This is KBC Lunchtime News. On this day, we are 15 days away from the general polls right here, and we have been following keenly on the political campaigns trail of all the candidates. Thank you indeed for joining us. We are also keeping a keen eye on the last day of the World Championships in Oregon, USA, where Kenya has some good news after clinching the second gold. This plus much more. My name is Njue. My colleague on the sign language interpretation this afternoon is Byron Abuli. We are also live on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on YouTube. Straight to the news, the Azimio la Umoja presidential candidate Raila Odinga will skip much publicized presidential debate slated for Tuesday next week. Raila alleges that his main opponent, Deputy President William Ruto, is reluctant to debate on issues of corruption, integrity, and governance, and will therefore hold a town hall in Jericho-Makadara constituency on the material day. Roots presidential candidate Professor George Wajakoya has also threatened to skip the debate if the organizers insist on doing a two-tier debate that puts him in the first tier of candidates polling below 5%. We are keenly following up on that report, and still on matters politics. Azimio's running mate, Martha Karua, was on Saturday crowned as a Woman of Honor in Kikuyu community. The event, which took place at
was spearheaded by a Kikuyu woman, Elder Damaris Nyambura Kariuki, who donned Karua with Kikuyu traditional regalia. Speaking at the event, the women say that the event was to bless Martha Karua as she tours all other counties, and their commitment to drum support for Azimio government under the presidential flagship of Raila Amolo Odinga.
We are here to dedicate Martha in the Kikuyu way and then usher her to all the other 46 counties. So we are doing it. Amen. We are doing it on behalf of all the women of this country.
On her part, Karua promised to ensure the implementation of their manifesto to the fullest.
Serikali ya Raila na Martha tumeapa tutapambana na ufisadi vilivyo. Tutapambana na matumishi mbaya ya pesa na tutapambana na wezi wa mali ya umma.
Ruth Wamboi for Lunchtime News.
Still on politics from Murang'a now to Nairobi, where gubernatorial hopeful Johnson Sakaja has urged the political class to preach peace during and after the general election. This, as a section of interfaith religious leaders in Mombasa County has called on Kenyans to exercise restraint and embrace peaceful coexistence during the electioneering period.
UDA brigade led by Nairobi gubernatorial hopeful Johnson Sakaja intensify campaigns for DP Ruto in Embakasi East, while wooing their supporters to vote for Kenya Kwanza team come August 9th. The team called for sobriety and tolerance before and after the general election.
Ni yako ni rafiki yako, tafadhali. Na najua kabila ni mingi, si ndio hiyo? Hata vyama nasikia ni nyingi, lakini gavana ni mmoja na mbunge ni mmoja, si ndio hiyo? Tunakubali tutakaa na amani.
Wale watashindwa wakubali ya kwamba kuna kesho, kwa sababu si watu wote watachaguliwa. Ukiangalia zile viti zote ambazo, ukiangalia zile nafasi zote IEBC litoa Chibukati alisema Wakenya wale wamesimama ni zaidi ya watu 30,000.
The same message resonated in Mombasa County, where Christian and Muslim clergy urged politicians to preach peace and cohesion among Kenyans during their political gatherings. Led by Bishop Samuel Omunyala and Ustadh Swale, the leaders stamped peace and unity as the backbone of the country's stability and prosperity.
Kusudia kusema ya kwamba tunahitaji kuwa na very peaceful election ambayo itatuachia Kenya kama ilivyokuwa kabla na hata baada ya uchaguzi, ya kwamba viongozi wetu wote wanaotafuta viti na wanaotaka kuongoza katika nchi yetu ya Kenya katika mirengo mbalimbali, jamani, tunaomba tuimbe amani.
Naomba ni amani kabisa. Mama kama mimi kutokezee fujo na niko na watoto, ninakimbia watoto wangu sijui wako wapi. Ninakimbia majirani zangu sijui wako wapi. Ninakimbia kizazi changu sijui kiko wapi. Hiyo kitu ninaikataa na kuilaani.
This, as the National Council of Churches NCCK has urged those who will lose in the elections to concede defeat and be on the forefront of preaching peace. NCCK says the move will immediately stabilize the country after the general election.
Kwa hivyo tungewaomba siku ile IEBC itatangaza matokeo na wewe ujue ya kwamba umepoteza, tafadhali kuwa mtu wa kwanza kusimama na kushukuru, kupongeza yule ambaye ameshinda, na au kimpongeza uambie wafuasi wako tafadhali wadumishe amani.
Meanwhile, Jubilee party leaders in Turkana County have disassociated themselves from any acts of violence in the campaigns. Led by gubernatorial flag bearer John Munyes and Senate candidate James Lomenen, the leaders condemned acts of tension witnessed in Nodwo on supporters to vote for Kenya Kwanza team come August 9th.
We want, in the strongest terms possible, to condemn any acts of violence. Violence during this time of elections. Hatutaki fujo, hatutaki watu walete hasara na kupigana wakati wa siasa. Sisi zote ni wa Kenya. Turkana haijakuwa na taabu kama hii, na hiki ilikuwa tu ni mambo ya
And Makueni County NARC senatorial candidate Patrick Mbao Malika has asked IBC chairman Wafula Chebukati not to use the 2G or 3G network in some areas as an excuse for not transmitting elections electronically.
So there should not be a question of 3G, 2G or 4G. There are technologies which are advanced, and like, for instance, the military can operate from any central point of the world without needing a 3G or even a 4G through the satellite connectivity. So that's what we want.
Frederick Moki for Lunchtime News.
Politics aside, the government has launched a 10-day mass vaccination campaign against yellow fever disease in Isiolo County, as well as parts of the neighboring Garissa County. This follows an outbreak of the disease in parts of Isiolo in March of this year, with 71 reported cases and 7 fatalities so far. The exercise will be done in collaboration with the World Health Organization, WHO, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, UNICEF, and the county government of Isiolo, among other partners.
Speaking in Isiolo town while launching the campaign, Acting Director General for Health Dr. Patrick Amoth said that the mass vaccination drive will target all people aged 9 months to 60 years. He noted that all the 3 sub-counties of Isiolo have reported yellow fever cases, with Merti and Garbatula being most affected.
Tusiwache mtu yeyote nyuma, wale wazee, tusiwache wale wagonjwa. Wale wako na ulemavu, tuhakikishe ya kwamba kila mtu amekuja akapata chanjo.
He assured members of the public of the safety of the yellow fever jab, asking them to dispel any rumors to the effect that the vaccine could harm them in any way. He noted that a single dose of the vaccine is sufficient to confer sustained immunity and lifelong protection against the disease.
Watoto wetu waendelee kupata chanjo zingine za kawaida kama ya kifua kikuu, ugonjwa wa kupooza, ukambi na chanjo zote zingine. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba tumepeleka watoto wetu kwa mahospitali, kuhakikisha ya kwamba wamepata chanjo.
According to Dr. Sarjan Kibet of the World Health Organization, the vaccination campaign is important in protecting the lives of the vulnerable population.
And WHO, in collaboration with other partners, have launched a strategy called Elimination of Yellow Fever Epidemics, which identifies the important things that we need to do to ensure that people are not infected with yellow fever.
If 50% of the if people don't get treated immediately, or they don't get vaccinated and they are affected by this yellow fever, 50% of them will die. 50, which is a very high number. So you can see the importance of going for this vaccination.
The campaign will cover the entire Isiolo County, as well as 2 sub-counties of Latgera and Balambala in the neighboring county of Garissa, targeting over 700,000 people. Beatrice Getonyang-Etich, Lunchtime News.
Let's shift focus to matters education, where Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha has directed contractors of Phase 2 of the CBC classrooms to fast-track the process. Magoha, who spoke when he inspected and commissioned already completed classrooms in various schools in Nyanza region, revealed that 500 of the 3,500 Phase 2 CBC classrooms are already complete.
I'm going to urge the other contractors who are still a little bit slow that our end game should be around the end of this month. Let us see if we can complete all the other classrooms, the other 3,000 or so that are left countrywide, by the end of the month, so that as we go into election, we have completed our target.
Moving on, youths have been challenged to promote peace during and after the August general election. Stakeholders at a youth peace concert held in Nairobi said requisite strategies should be put in place to promote peace in the country. Our reporter, Pauline Nasimiu, has those details.
At one of Nairobi's city hotel, a peace concert is underway. Here the youths were brought together to be taught on how to promote peace in the country. Faith Goko, a counseling psychologist, noted that mental health is a major factor for a peaceful country.
As a mental health advocate, I believe that if a person is not at a better position in their mind state, there's no way there can be peace around us. Because if you're full of hatred, or maybe tribalism comes along here, tribalism has come in such a way that if myself as Faith against a certain tribe, that affects my mental health. The way I reason, the decisions I make, and the way I make my daily chores.
Her sentiments were echoed by Wanjiru Kariuki, who is an image consultant.
There are several strategies that they can apply when it comes to promoting peace and cohesion, and one is being neutral. that is embracing impartiality when it comes to being neutral when it comes to political parties.
The founder of Peace Concert event, Brian Kamal, said the program is set to enlighten the youths on the need to promote peace and avoid chaos, regardless of who will win during the general election.
I believe that young people carry this nation, and if young people are able to come together and agree with one voice and understand the power that they have, then we are able to become peace ambassadors. No politician, no leader is able to separate us.
The event was attended by youth drawn from various parts of Nairobi County.
No country can develop without a peaceful coexistence among its population. The youth can play an active role, particularly in all levels, as peacemakers, mediators, and peace builders.
Pauline Nasimiu for Lunchtime News.
Very well, that report takes us to our first breather, but don't go away, we still have more news and also the good news that Kenya has the second gold from Oregon. Remember, the games are concluding today, but KBC, your true sports partner, will also be beaming the Commonwealth Games live from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. This and more when we come back.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124.
Finally, the wait is over. The Sundowner Sunset date is back. Saturday, 30th July 2022. The Grand Collabo, the gorgeous Catherine Donye and the wicked weekend man John Obongo Jr. together on one stage for the first time.
Meanwhile, some country.
Plus, Sir Elvis performing your favorite country hits live. All roads lead to the park in Kitengela, the land of Nyama Choma, for music, dance, food, drink, and so much fun. The Sundowner Sunset date, the Grand Collabo. Mark the date, Saturday, 30th July 2022. Tickets cost 500 shillings at the gate.
We will get money for Kenyans back.
David Mwaure Waihiga of the Agano Party.
Tuko tayari tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8.
William Samoei Ruto of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance.
Mko tayari kutembea na sisi?
Raila Amolo Odinga of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Party. And
we have wealth in our country.
Professor George Luchiri Wajakoya of the Roots Party. On the battle for State House, the presidential debate 2022, July 26th, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. on every screen, speaker and earpiece in Kenya.
Welcome back and thanks for keeping us company. Moving on, residents of Siaya County will now be able to locally access the screening and treatment of cardiovascular and other non-communicable diseases in rural health facilities following a partnership between the County Department of Health and the Non-Communicable Disease Alliance of Kenya, NCDAK. Through the partnership, 5 rural health facilities will be equipped with modern equipment that will enable medical staff to offer fast and quality service to the rural population.
Speaking during the launch of the project, Siaya County Executive Committee member for Health Dismas Wakla said that the objective of the program, dubbed Moyo Afya, is to test the feasibility of conducting heart ultrasound at the village level. He revealed that the one-year project, which also aims at detecting cardiovascular diseases and other non-communicable diseases, will be piloted in 5 rural health facilities, including Simenya Dispensary, Gobei, Malanga, Onyelo, and Sifuyo Health Centers.
They screen, they detect. There are minor cases that our healthcare workers have been trained and will be able to even manage at that level. But a number of them which require treatment will be referred to county referral hospital for management.
In those mentioned 5 facilities, they will be able to do even an ECG, electrocardiograph, to find out the heart problems at that level in the village. What a joy.
The principal investigator for the Moyo Afya program in Kenya, Professor Gerald Yonga, said the early detection of cardiovascular diseases would help save lives as well as resources.
And NCDs themselves currently contribute about 35% of the mortality in this country and more than 50% of the morbidity. And sort of like estimated or projected that by the year 2030, NCDs, if we don't implement good control programs, NCDs will take over and become the #1 killer in this country.
And since then, he has never looked back. Omega now urges unemployed graduates to opt for self-employment. Take a look.
Robin Omwenga from Ibucha village, Sironga in Nyamira County started his clay, or if you like, stoneware business, San Siro Ceramics, in 2019 in Kisii Town. According to Robin, the business has blossomed to the extent of providing job opportunities for 10 people and benefiting over 40 others directly and indirectly.
It's never easy to get formal employment as it has been perhaps in the past. One thing is just get out there, do whatever small you can do so that now you grow your venture, because at the end of it, it can be not only to your benefit, to the rest of the community, family, friends and everyone else.
He procures and supplies items including tiles, bathroom and kitchenwares through a combined team of his employees. He attributes his business success to creditors who offer the much-needed advance capital. He now urges his fellow graduates who have not landed formal employment yet to turn to self-employment. Omwega believes challenges make him a better person.
I don't believe there is any other way that we are going to fail. We want to make sure that we grow the business to greater heights so that the benefit can be accrued to a larger number of people.
His hardware has since gained popularity in the modern construction industry, creating jobs for the increasing number of youths from universities and middle-level colleges. Irene Mchuma Udim, The Lunchtime News.
Quite inspiring. And from that story, we now head to look at the day's sports, where Emmanuel Kipkurui Korir won Kenya the second gold medal at the World Athletics Championship in Oregon, United States, by winning the 800 meters final held this morning. Beatrice Chebet added a silver medal to Kenya's tally by finishing second in the women's 5,000 meters final.
Competing in the 800 meters final alongside compatriots Emmanuel Wanyonyi and Wycliffe Kinyamal early Sunday morning in Oregon, Emmanuel Korir stormed to the gold medal in his season's best time of 1 minute 43.71 seconds.
I'm happy that we've achieved, now the Kenyans, I'm sure they're happy whenever they have. Now we have another gold medal, and, we appreciate. I thank everyone who has been there for us, the government, the cheering squad, and anyone, who really helped us to be in this point.
He defeated Jamel Sajati of Algeria, who took silver, and Marco Arop of Canada, who settled for the bronze. Wanyonyi and Kinyamal finished 4th and 8th respectively.
But the Olympic champion becomes the world champion, and what a second place for Tajati, the Algerian.
Beatrice Chebet also clocked her season best time of 14 minutes, 46.75 seconds on her way to the women 5,000 meter silver medal.
The 5,000 meter title. Chebet takes the silver, and it's a bronze for Dawit Sayon.
Nimeshukuru Mungu nimewin silver na furaha yangu zaidi ni kuwin in a world championship, not easy. So nimefurahi sana, hata sina cha kusema, ni kumshukuru Mungu tu.
She finished second behind Gudav Segai of Ethiopia, and who won gold, while another Ethiopian, Dawit Sewam, finished third for the bronze medal. Other Kenyans in the race, Margaret Chelimo and Gloria Kite, finished 4th and 10th respectively. With 1 day to go, Kenya remains third on the medal table with 8 medals, 2 gold, 4 silver and 2 bronze medals. United States and Ethiopia are first and second respectively.
Congratulations to our athletes in the US. Now from the US to the UK, where the Kenyan national hockey and boxing teams safely arrived in the United Kingdom today morning ahead of the Commonwealth Games set to begin on the 28th of this month in Birmingham. The Kenyan squads have been traveling in batches, with some of the athletes who represented Kenya at the Oregon World Championships having already arrived in Birmingham. Kenya will be represented in various sporting disciplines, including boxing, hockey, athletics, judo, and 3-on-3 basketball, among others. At this year's Commonwealth Games, Team Kenya hopes to better their Gold Coast 2018 results, where they collected a total of 17 medals, 4 golds, 7 silver, and 6 bronze medals, finishing 14th overall. Kenyan boxer Ashira Oure, who is one of the best professional boxers in the country and one of the most accomplished professional fighters in Denmark, will be attending a boxing competition in Mombasa just a week since arriving home from Denmark.
Yeah, I'm good. You're most welcome.
Ashiro Ure has traveled to Mombasa 1 week since arriving from Denmark to attend a boxing competition at the Makande Boxing Club on the 29th to 31st July. His former base, where he started his career, to give motivation to junior boxers. On his arrival in Mombasa, Oure said he is happy to be back home after a long time as the COVID-19 pandemic restricted his travel back home.
I'll be talking to a few guys. Sure, my big brother have a boxing gym, so I'm teaching him a few things he can use in his gym to make it more productive. And talk to other fitness around here about training and hear how they're doing and give them some few knowledge about how to train, how to eat, and how to keep yourself healthy and fit.
Oure, however, said there is need to change old guards in the management of the game in the country and replace them with fresh blood for the betterment of the sport.
The boxing, if you want to be champion, you act like a champion, you train like a champion, you sleep like a champion, you believe in yourself, you go work hard and one time more hard. So that's the only thing you can do. You only what you do. If you don't train hard, it's not going to happen.
Alongside his active boxing career, Oure completed personal trainer courses in the USA and worked as a personal trainer in both America and Denmark.
Remember, we will also be live from Birmingham for the Commonwealth Games, which will be beamed live. And as teams prepare for the new season, which begins in slightly over a week, yesterday Arsenal did beat Team Chelsea 4-0. Just the preparations. My director is not quite happy almost because he is a Chelsea fan. Anyway, that's where we put a cap on KBC Lunchtime News. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Njue, and Byron Abuli has been our sign language interpreter for this live newscast. Of course, you can visit our various social media platforms for this news plus much more. Do have yourself a blessed Sunday afternoon.